one thing about LLMs is there are LLMs like ChatGPT itself is a LLM-based application, right? And there are many open source LLMs also, right? These days in the on the internet we can browse and see, right?
Right.
And you can also generate your own large language model LLM, right? By writing code and ingesting a lot of data into it, that is feeding a lot of information inside it.
Okay.
Do you think organizations should start thinking about creating their own LLMs, or they should use open source LLMs or LLMs like ChatGPT if they want to get started with implementing some business use cases?
Yeah. So, one, it is a very subjective question. Or maybe let me not put it as a subjective question. So, what is maybe if you are a first-time founder or a startup or maybe a big MNC organization, right? So, the decision to develop an in-house LLM actually should come from what is the need of your organization. Do you have the resources? Do you have the investment? Is that part of your strategic goal? Right? These are the things that it should actually help you make that decision whether you have to build an LLM in-house. Yeah, you are right. We have a lot of proprietary softwares like our ChatGPT or Claude, and then the plethora of open source models that you can download from Hugging Face, like your Llama, Mistral, Falcon, Fee models, right? DeepSeek. So all these models are out there, which is available for you to download and use it completely for free. Now, let me try to address the question: when does it actually make sense to build your own LLM? Let's say that you are trying to work on a niche market. Let's say in case of India, if you want to try to solve a unique problem, which could be LLMs for ethnic languages. Recently, I think Ola Crewtrim 2 it got released for a lot of Indian languages. I think a Gemma model was there for 150 other ethnic languages. So these are some models that is trying to fill the gap with respect to ethnic languages. Then the other use case where maybe you would want to try and build your own LLM would be like the architectural innovation, right? Let's say your memory efficiency, inference speed, and or let's say you are able to reduce the compute cost, like how we have seen in case of DeepSeek. So those are other areas where maybe you want to push for your creating your own LLM. And otherwise, maybe let's say your data is it's so private data, it is not available in the internet, and there is a lot of compliance issues. Maybe that is also another area where maybe you would probably look at creating an LLM from scratch. But mind you, creating even a small model like Llama 1 billion parameter requires about uh, I think it was about 350,000 GPU hours, which is extremely costly. Cost. That is the one important thing that you will have to keep in mind when you have to decide. And also a couple of areas we have just discussed. Now, when does it make sense to use some of the open source models or even some of the proprietary models, right? If, as part of your organization, all you want to build is applications on top of your LLMs, right? Just like how we talked about maybe content generation or financial markets in the beginning. If you all your focus is on building applications on top of your LLM, that is when you can leverage either your proprietary solutions like ChatGPT, or you could potentially host your own private LLM. If there is something to do with data you don't want to give it to an proprietary solution, then you could even host open source models. There are fine-tuned models which is also available maybe for tasks like text to SQL and stuff like that, which you could bring in to the picture. So I think that is another area that you can explore, especially Hugging Face. It has a lot of models to be explored, and if you can use it to build your own application. And one more thing, I think just I wanted to touch upon this. Let's say you have this niche use case that you want to target, and you feel it's a great thing, and you are actually looking for funding. I think our recently there was this news about around 10,000 crore of investment that has been as part of our budget. I think it was the India AI mission, right? So there is a lot of effort that is going in terms of acquiring GPUs, creating data sets for India and Indian languages. Uh, even creating LLMs specifically coming out from India, right? So, in order to promote all of that and a lot of other strategic partnerships, upskilling and stuff, there is about, I think, 10,000 crores. Maybe definitely founders would try to tap into that and then look forward to it. So, just to summarize, don't create an LLM just for the heck of it. Have that right use case for you. But if you're mainly focused on applications, try to go with an enterprise or try to go with the private